5 exercises for abdominals and core, torso. More importantly, if you're watching any of my other videos, abs are just one part of the whole core region. Core is only here. Whenever I work with any of my clients and I talk to them about any of abs or any obliques or any of that stuff, I focus on the whole torso. So when you're watching these videos, pay attention to my whole body, because it's not just, you do want to isolate on the abdominals, let's say if we're doing an ab curl here, but there's so many other things. Meaning if you're doing an ab curl and your body's flying and flipping and all this kind of stuff, and you're not working the muscle. You're not going to work your abs that way. So watch these videos, please, and learn, because I really want to help you focus on your whole torso strength, right? We'll get the abs, we get the obliques, we get all those today, and they'll really help you. But more importantly, pay attention to the whole torso and how I stabilize all the other parts and what I talk about and how you're not bouncing and all this kind of stuff. So really hope it helps. Thanks for watching. See you on the... Welcome to Fitness with Animal. I'm Animal. Exercise number 1 is seated on knees, right? Boom. Rope curls. Now, honestly, I don't do this very much. It's a good abdominal exercise. It's so easy to do it wrong. Again, it's risk first reward. It's also highly problematic on the low back. If you do it wrong, there's a lot of tweaking in the low back that can happen. So I don't generally do these. I think people can do them and should do them. I don't know if they should do them. I don't really have my clients do them very often at all, actually, but if you ever do these, this is exactly how you want to do them. And I hate to start the video off with an exercise that I'm not a big fan of, but I'm trying to do videos of everything that you do that can help you. So this is not horrible, it's just not, there's so many other ones you can do. It does work. Now, the key is to make sure you have a good base. A good base is not letting your hips come forward, right? You want to sit back on your heels. Your heels are up, right? So you sit back on your hips. That's the second best thing, right? So you're here on the heels. I say heels, hips, same thing, right? Now, put it here. You can put it over your shoulder like that. There's a lot of different ways you can do it. I put it behind the neck here. Now what I want to do is I don't want to trunk flex. Upper body, here's my body. Upper body's here, lower body's my palm. I don't want to just do this. I don't want to trunk flex. This is bad, 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 right? That's just working your iliopsoas, and I'll talk a lot about those in this video here. So keep watching this video, or this video here, so we'll talk a lot about it. We want to curl the abdominals, and I'll talk about this exactly. You know, exercise number 3 or 4, I forget, but it's here. We want to curl the abdominals. I'll explain that more in the next exercise here. But for now, sit back in the heels, the hips, right? Butt back a little bit, and you're gonna curl. Boom, each vertebrae. Yeah, see, I can feel that. Up. Now when you come up, what you don't want to do is you don't want to come straight up. It releases the abdominals. Constant continuous tension on the muscle. Every time you do an exercise, you want constant continuous tension on that muscle, right? So you want to be here. Curl, 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 curl. Boom, and up. And another thing too is don't pull with the neck. You just want to keep it with arms here tight with on the rope, and then curl. 3, there we go. 4, there we go. And you need to feel these in your abs. I feel them, and right here, the center, like the center mass of my body here, right in the abdominals.
Dude, how do you feel?
You can feel it. If you're not feeling it there, you're not doing them right. Boom, there we go. Awesome. And I notice my face, I'm not draining. A lot of people just use their neck and head and all that stuff. We don't want to use the neck at all in this exercise. See, my shoulders just relaxed, flat. I'm just using my abs. I'm still talking using. Not totally, but there we go. You can breathe out on the way when you curl. And breathe in. And breathe out. And in. And out. Try to breathe in through your nose and out through your mouth. Now again, we don't want to do this. This is bad. This is really bad. This is bad, bad, bad. Don't do this. Do that, but if you want to do this, it's great. Just make sure you pay attention to how you sit, right? And then as you curl the abdominals. And I'll talk about that more. The trunk flexion, not here. Spinal flexion, right? We want to go here. All right, hope that helps. Let's talk about it. All right, exercise number 2 is flat. It's just like a curl. Dumbbell crossbody curls. Now, the key on this one is you want to work the abdominals and obliques and not your low back and not your iliopsoas muscles here. Oh my God! Wow! It's actually a really small muscle. It's a connector from your hip. Inserts here and here. So what happens is a lot of people, when they do curls, they'll pull and they'll just use this to pull and they disengage completely the abdominals. They don't even use them. Or they use them at like 10%, 20%. So we want to make sure we focus on using the abdominals. And now we're going to do cross body. So we come across here and pay attention to the angle of the weights. And again, you don't want really heavy weights. You don't need them. There's no way, I mean, if you do 20 pounds, this is like, what, 11 pounds? These are kilos, 5 kilos, 11 pounds. I'm still learning that. But the point is that watch how when I come across, I accentuate the movement and I work the muscle that I'm trying to work, right? We don't want to let momentum, you'll hear me say this all the time, momentum is the enemy. Don't fire, don't and let the weight carry you through the movement pattern. So, you're here, and you can do it 2 ways. You can do it with your feet on the ground, or your feet up here. This is more advanced. I personally enjoy this one more here. This one, unless you have your feet braced under, it's a little bit easier to pop your feet up. So if you could have someone hold your feet or brace your feet somehow, like underneath a bench or something, that's great. I like to do it like this, and I cross my feet here. Prime mover is gonna be abdominals. You're gonna get obliques in too. Here, boom, dumbbells. Now, when you bring the weights over, you want to make sure you cross the body. Cross. Now, you're not going to cross all the way. If your shoulder is coming all the way over, that means you've disengaged too many muscles here. It's just not going to work all the way. So you want to come up like here. So, boom. Now, you don't want not lock your shoulders here, right? Not out, not internal rotation or anything like that. Just up. Let me fix my shirt. Boom. Make sure my microphone's working. Testing, testing, what's up? All right, so here we are. Chest up, shoulders back, relax the neck, right here. And you're gonna come across 1, 2. See, it's not a lot of movement, but 3, oh, I can feel that. 4, 5, 6, 8. See, I'm about to fall over on there, so you gotta make sure you don't fall over too. These are actually really hard. Notice as when I'm doing this, my legs are staying as stable as possible. They're not bouncing and moving around and all that kind of stuff, right? Trust me, because they want to. So when you do this, make sure you just keep them angled. Another real awesome way to make sure they stay in place is to make sure your feet, your toes are curled, right? Dorsiflexion here. See that? We don't want to go here with your feet. If you do this, you end up shooting your feet forward. You're going to anteriorly translate and you're going to go forward. So make sure you keep your feet in dorsiflexion here. Boom, just like that. And lock them like this. You can do it like this too, but this is much better. And that is crossbody dumbbell curls. And it's hard, man. Hope that helps. All right, whoa, man. Exercise number 3 is flat knee to chest leg curls. I am sure there's a better name for this. I honestly make up. I've been doing fitness, teaching fitness for 22 years now, 23. So all the names, I don't even know all the best names or whatever, but this is a really good one. I call it flat knee to chest, whatever curl. Now, there's several things. I'm gonna go over real quick what you need to pay attention to. Number 1, make sure you stay in dorsiflexion here, okay? Dorsiflexion is here, not here. This is dorsiflexion, right? Always keep it. You don't want to strain, you don't want to hurt anything, meaning you don't want to muscle seize or spasm or anything, but you want to keep it there as tight as you can the whole time. Here, if you start putting your toes like this and pointing out, your hips will come up and you'll come out. It's almost impossible to stay in structure and protect your back when you have your feet like this. So make sure you keep your legs. That's the most important part of this exercise here. The number 2 most important part is to make sure when you curl up, you get as close as you can and you use your abdominals to do the actual curl. Think of here's your spine. This is your spine, right? So see this is your head, this is your body. So you're doing a curl like this, right? Every time, now we're gonna be that opposite way, but same thing, same concept applies. When you're coming here, what you don't wanna do is do this. You don't wanna bend your body. I talked about this quite a bit. It's your iliopsoas. You don't want to use this as it's muscle. It'll take over and you'll just trunk flex. You'll trunk flex completely, right? And you'll hip hinge and do all the stuff we don't want to do, right? What we want to do, here's your spine, is you want to come here and you want to, each vertebrae, every single vertebrae, click, 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 click. Even if you're doing it faster, click, 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 it goes like this and it curls, right? You want to curl the body. Curl the body. Using your abdominals, muscles here, right? To curl the body here. Abdominals are not here, but here. Curl the body, right? Curl the body. So watch this exercise and pay attention to how I do that. So there's 2 huge factors on this. Is make sure you dorsiflexion. Number 2 is to curl the torso with the abdominals. So just think of your vertebrae, right? Your spine. You want to click, 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 and up, and then click, 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 click. Now we're gonna be using the opposite with the feet, but you can see here. Now, there's 2 different places you can put your hands here, or you can put your hands here. You can grab onto dumbbells. If you have dumbbells, I like grabbing on dumbbells a lot, but most people don't always have dumbbells or whatever, so I'll just do them here. So you put your hands right where your butt is at, your hips. Now, dorsiflex, come here. Now what I'm gonna do is relax my neck too. You don't wanna here as you do it, and I'm gonna come up. 1. And when I come out, and I flatten my legs out completely. Dorsiflexion the whole time. Boom. I don't wanna put my toes out like this. Dorsiflex. 1, yeah. 2, there we go. 3. This is hard. If this is easy for you, you're amazing. Or you're not doing it right. 2 options. Boom, here. Now I'm coming out, you see I'm kind of shaking a little bit. Now as I come up, I want to curl, 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 curl. Right, bring my knees as close to my chest as possible. And my neck's up, because I'm talking. I need to relax my neck more. Oh. And this is it. Here we go. And there you have it. Boom. Woo. All right, exercise number 4 is hanging. We're gonna use these bad boys, and leg lifts, just straight leg lifts. And if you have any questions, you gotta work your abs, right? Boom, here. Work your abs. You're not gonna trunk flex. It's gonna be very easy to trunk flex on this. So upper body, lower body. When you're coming up here, you wanna make sure you engage your abdominals. You don't wanna use your iliopsoas as the prime movers, right? Straight leg lifts is a lot harder than knees. So straight leg lifts on this. Now, with all my videos here on this today, all videos on abs, you wanna make sure you dorsiflex, right? You stay here with your toes, curled the entire time. Don't let your toes come straight, right? Now, when you lock these in, get them as deep into your arms as you can to get your armpits in there. Boom. There we go. And you can grab on here, that's what I do. Or you can grab another thing, whatever, doesn't matter. Now I'm hanging. Now the key is retract and press the shoulder blades. You don't want to come here. This is bad. You don't want to slouch, okay? Don't slouch here. Here, boom, up. Now, toes curled, and then up. Ready? 1, 2, use those abs. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. And when you come down, don't rest, right? Keep them engaged, right about there, the whole time, right? See, I'm not bouncing back and forth and shaking or moving and swaying. We don't want to do that. It's here. 1, whoop, that's a little low. Boom. And that is a leg curl from hanging. Awesome, hope that helps. Now I gotta get down. Kind of stuck, there we go. All right, awesome. Booyah. Exercise number 5 is flat bench. You use a flat bench. This is a little bit not flat here, but that's okay. We'll make what we got here. And then it's gonna be leg curls. it's full body leg curls, right? The other exercise was knee curls coming up with the knee to the chest. This is a trunk curl, I should say. Probably call it a trunk curl would be a better way of saying it. But you wanna make sure, again, dorsiflexion at all times, right? So in the last couple of videos, or last couple exercises, always here. Never wanna come out here with your feet. Always dorsiflexion, right? Now another thing too is when you come down, you wanna really make sure you slow that process down. A lot of people will bounce and pop through. So take the muscle, take your low back especially, it's not even a muscle, there's all the fascia around it. In muscle or fascia or anything, what happens is if you start bouncing and bouncing and bouncing with your body parts, especially your half your body, your trunk, it literally pulls on your low back, pulls, and eventually it snaps, right? Like a rubber band, boom, 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 boom. It'll fray at the end and pop, right? So we don't want to do that. So you want to really control that negative as you come down on this exercise here. So dorsiflexion, really control the negative. And you can put your hands anywhere, underneath here, I'm gonna grab onto the bench. It just depends on whatever, grab onto the bench or underneath, either both of them work. Chest up, shoulders back. What you don't want to do is become kyphotic and just start doing this when you're curling your legs up and stuff too. So right, always structure, right? Always structure. So leg curls, here we go. Boom. Now when I come up, you see I'm coming up with my body here. What I don't want to do is I don't want to just curl here. This is too easy. I want to make sure my legs stay straight, not locked, right? Not locked, but just almost locked, right? Shaking here, there we go. Slow on the way down, and I'm shaking, which is awesome. Boom. Now, as you do the curl, make sure you use your abs to do the curl and not your iliopsoas here. You don't want to use these muscles here. You want to use your abs to curl up. Curl up, see? Yeah, I can feel it. There we go. Slow on the way down, and then curl. Slow on the way down. Now, as you come down, you'll start to feel your weight, so your body's gonna be pulled that way, right? That's okay. Try to lengthen your spine as you do that. As you're coming down, try to lengthen your spine. You don't want to pull your spine. It's impossible to really pull your spine like that. But when you come down, let your legs pull your body and anchor your hips as you do it. So coming up, curl, and I'm coming down. I'm gonna lengthen my spine. Yeah, I'm let my legs go out as far as they can, and up. Man, that is hard. That really works it here. Man, if you can get 30 of these, you're better than me. Because I only do these at 20, 25%. Max, sometimes 15. There you go. Notice the speed too. Keep that speed going the same way the whole time. Remember, we don't want to pop, pop, pop. We do not want to do this with our body, right? With the muscles and the tendons, especially when you have any low back issues. Never bounce, okay? Hope that helps. Rock on. There you have it, 5 exercises. Torso, right? I talked about making sure you don't bounce and you don't use the other, you don't want to let momentum create energy, right? And pull you through. So if you're doing like a curl and you're using a dumbbell, it's really, really easy to just let the weight just power up with the arms and fly through and not even use your abdominals or your obliques to do the work. So yeah, I really hope these help. Again, torso is more important than anything, right? Torso strength. Core, yes, but the core is just the center part of everything else, and everything needs to be fluid. The movement needs to be fluid throughout your entire body as you're doing your torso, abs, core, work, right? So I hope it helps. And I got another video here on abdominals and core work here on the right. Would love for you to check that out. It's really gonna help you as well. And then I've got some videos down here. I've got a whole playlist for you of learning how to exercise correctly, lift correctly, and so you don't get hurt. You get bigger, stronger. Leaner and stronger is what we're all about at Fitness with Animal here. And then subscribe, man. We'd love to have you on the team. So hit that button, subscribe, and turn your notifications on too. Woo, that'll be awesome. And then you get more of the videos and they pop up and you're like, oh, this is awesome. All right, hope that helps. And yeah, abs, core, rock it.